Hello Pisces, and welcome to your first reading of 2021. This is a reading for January of 2021 for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. I'm Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess, and if you're being directed to any other website other than my website, vickieverlie.com, be aware that you're being swindled. So there's a lot of that going around, and I just want to make sure that if they're directing you to any other website through this video, then it's a false, okay? So I am Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess, over 30 years experience in the metaphysical field. This is the reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, Pisces Moon. For the main portion of the deck we're going to be using my Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation, followed by the card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card and Animal Totem card. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, we're going to put 4 additional clarifiers around with the deck that we'll be using this month is the Morgan Greer. I have the mini one with the tin here. So let's get underway. You know what's going on this month for everybody, for everybody, but particularly for you, Pisces. Jupiter is moving into your sign. Now, Jupiter takes about 12 years normally to go through the zodiac, 1 year per sign. It's kind of wonky this year. It's going to go in till like May, and then it's going to go into Aries, and then it's going to come back just for the last couple of months of the year. But at least between now and that May energy, it's going to be really powerful for attraction for you. Jupiter is the planet of luck, good fortune, and it's going to be super powerful, and you can attract, talk about co-creating and manifesting. This is a time when you could, be manifesting your butts off here. Things could come to you for good or for ill. Oh, look at all this stuff is falling out here. Yeah, so for good or for ill. So you want to make sure, try to make sure that it's going to be, for good. So you take, anytime there's big energetic shifts, you want to take that charge of it, and you want to, try to make it so it works for you, So attraction, major attraction. What are you attracting to? You're a huge magnet at this time. I might put that magnet or something. I'll write that in later. There's a bunch of other astrology stuff that is going on as well, Pisces. So if you wanted to find out more about that, I do still have those year ahead pay-per-view readings, so you could check that out if you want to get more into the astrology, because the nodes are changing sign, there's eclipses, there are all sorts of things happening. Not in January, but the node will be newly in changing signs, and Jupiter has just gone into your sign. So big stuff astrology. I laugh because I always tell people January 1st means absolutely nothing in astrology, because everybody wants to set their New Year's resolutions or intentions. This year, though, it will be absolutely super, super powerful. And when does Jupiter actually goes into Pisces somewhere around the 28th of December, but it's just freshly in there, and it's really going to kick off this new year for you in hopefully a really positive way. If you want to think back to some other times in your life, Jupiter has been, like I said, about every 12 years. So it was in there in 2010. It was in there in 1998, 1986, etc., etc. So you can think, depending on your age, you can follow that back and think, well, what happened to me during this time? How does that apply to my life now? A lot of, because it's cyclical, and a lot of this is you can really learn from your experience, especially you Pisces, being the last sign of the zodiac. You're a more experienced soul, and so on. So let's get into this reading. I'm talking about astrology too much. You can look into that on my website if you want to find out more. Okay, so what's going on? Death is the first card out, and death is some sort of a big change. But death is not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times, releasing is a really good thing. We're releasing the moon, and we're moving towards the world. So the world is some huge opportunity. Releasing the moon, as far as something that you might want to release, it could be like confusion. It could be where you're not certain how you're on, and that's, Pisces, that's kind of your jam. You are in that moonish energy. Moon and Neptune are very similar, that they are psychic, they're spiritual, and so you're which is positive, but it can also be, you're not sure, things are fuzzy, things are unclear, you don't really know what's going on. Some people, this can be some kind of an addiction, or maybe not even, you might not want to call it addiction, or maybe it's not quite to that point yet, but maybe you've been overindulging in, drugs, alcohol, things like this. So it may be so maybe some of you are like, well, I'm going to quit drinking, or I'm going to, I'm going to get off the whatever you're on, because I feel like for some of you, this might even be like some prescription drugs. You know, you might be transitioning. I mean, I'm not advising any of that stuff. I'm not a doctor, and there's just no medical advice involved in this. But this would be something involved that you'd be wanting to do within yourself. It might be hard because there's this Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords is making it hard to cut the tie and hard to leave. She's like, no, we're going to stay in this situation. It could be like this other person. Like, you never know what he or she, there's no gender, it's gender neutral reading for the general readings here. You know, you never know what this person's going to do next. That could be this energy too. And it's just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't need this. This is holding me back. The important thing is, what we always want to look to is what's coming next and what's leading to, and it's leading to the world. So the world is a huge opportunity. The world is opening up to you. The world is your oyster. There's a major soulmate coming in the form of showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, it could be a king, queen, whatever your sexual preference might be. But this is, you know, for some of you, there's an opportunity for a big love relationship. You know, it could be highly likely it's romance, that kind of love. But it could also just be, you know, a deep friendship or a deep, you know, soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. But you definitely have love for this person. Potentially an earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, Virgo. Potentially coming in at this time of Capricorn here. So we're in Capricorn until the 19th when the sun moves into... when the sun moves into Aquarius, from the earth to air. There's also, because the reason I'm saying it might be some kind of business, because it also looks like there's some money opportunity coming here. So this person could be absolutely involved in some kind of money opportunity. There could be, you may have heard of it in Capricorn time, and then there's news coming in air that is maybe going to really solidify it. You get the go ahead, you know, you get the go ahead. You get the green light. I might put that too, green light. Green light. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to keep laying, and we're going to find whoever shows up first, the king or queen, or even knight of cups, and that's going to represent you. And then we're going to look at the cards that surround that significator in the spread. There's other cards. There's a lot of other cards here. I'm not going to read every single one. If you want to, and you understand tarot, and you would like to, you know, throw that in the mix, or something really pops at you, then definitely include it. Oh, there you are. Okay, so I'm going to put it down here because I want a row above and I want a row below. Okay, so let's see here, and then one row below. Row below. Sounds like all one word, row below. All right, let me try to move this whole thing up a little bit, because this is the card that represents you here, the King of Cups. So you're coming out, again, it's showing that you're coming out of some kind of a big thing here, where there was anguish and sorrow and heartbreak. You've done that. You've done that to, and you know, you can be, you know, consider what they might call like a bleeding heart. You know, people might call you that. And there's nothing wrong with being a bleeding heart to an extent, but at some point you have to sometimes say, look, okay, that's enough. I'm moving on from this state of being. I'm moving forward, and I'm becoming empowered, because you are showing up right next to the Magician. And that's not surprising that you'd show up right next to the Magician, because of Jupiter being in your sign this year. So you are empowered this year. You are creating your reality. You are that magnet to create and attract anything you want. You're being called here. You have the Sun card, which is beautiful, but you're also being called to this Eight of Rods here. You're being called to your destiny. If things with money or work have been shaky, that's because you're getting pushed out. Maybe some of you are getting pushed out from a person. There's some stuff like that showing up here, but you're being pushed out by the universe. They're trying to push you into the direction that you're meant to be. There could be some kind of a legal thing coming up in the time of Aquarius after the 19th here for some of you. Maybe some of you might be signing a lease, or, you know, closing on a house or something like that. But it also might be that you're going to change jobs, and you're, you know, maybe you're doing a buyout, or you're signing some sort of papers. Could be a lot of different things, but know that you are really going to be empowered. Know that you are shining. You are shining, and you are the attraction factor. You are that attraction factor this month, Pisces. Absolutely. Okay, so let me go ahead, and we're going to pull one card for your animal totem card for this month. And this is for our Pisces friends who are Pisces rising and Pisces Sun, Pisces rising, and really, just anybody who has a lot of Pisces in their chart. Doesn't have to be a specific placement. Okay. What is the animal totem for January of 2022 for our Pisces friends? The butterfly, see, yeah, that's so cool because that's telling us that you're really going to be blossoming. You're really coming out of your cocoon, and you have the opportunity to really fully blossom and shine your light bright. And people, your light will be shining bright. So no matter what you're doing. So why not make it a positive thing? Why not harness this energy and really become a magician and really use this energy to put things in, set your course. I guess I'll set a course and go. What is that? Deja vu? Maybe it's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I guess I'll set a course and go. I think it's Wooden Ships on the Water, which would, if you've never seen my videos, I do get music a lot, because I'm a musician, lifelong musician, and guides come to me with songs. Yeah, it is Wooden Ships on the Water, which is such an appropriate song to get for you, for Pisces, because you're the water sign, and the water is there, but I guess I'll set a course and go. That's what came through very strongly for my Pisces peeps here. All right, so this is your reading, the main reading for the month of January for 2022. If you want to, I'm going to put 4 more significators around this for the Patreon people in the extended reading, few bonus cards. So if you want to find out about that, you can do that through Patreon. If you're watching this in December, you have like a few days left till the end of this month to get in on that year ahead reading. Thanks to everybody who did purchase and does purchase every year. It's been another great season doing the year ahead readings for everybody. I'm so grateful to all of you. If you didn't get in on the year ahead reading, you're watching this in January, I still do have those little pay-per-view videos that go through a lot of the astrology, and you are one who's really being affected by the astrology. So, it might be worth looking into that for you. That's the individual decision. But I want to thank everybody for everything that you do, for liking and commenting and sharing, and everything that you do to support me and my channel. But don't forget, vickieverlie.com. If this video is placed somewhere on a website and it's directing you to any other website besides this, you're getting swindled. So please do be aware of that. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of my channel for all these years as we move into another new year of 2022. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have the best month ever, and I'll speak to you again soon.